getting ready to go. This inspiration just came over me all of a sudden. Here's this flash. My memory went back to when I was acquainted with Howard Hughes. This goes back to 1972 in Colorado. I was camping in the Colorado Rockies with some friends, and all of a sudden they tried pulling this power play on me. And I wasn't going to let them get away with it just because they had the car, and all I had was my backpack. But I had made friends with the girls in the next website. Delete that. That was campsite. And I left with them. I just took off with them. Went to Greeley, Colorado. It was a carload of girls and myself, if I want to use correct English. But, yeah, I left. And the last thing I saw looking out the car window, the back car window of my ex-friends, was some forest ranger coming and chewing them off or something. So I went to Greeley, Colorado. And I spent the night there, and then I started hitchhiking to California. And I didn't know it was illegal to hitchhike in Colorado, and nobody ever stopped me. I mean, I got a ride with somebody past the brewery there, Coors Brewery, to give me like the guided tour from the outside. And I got past Vail, I'm going towards Aspen, and I have to keep those cities in mind right now. And then somebody pulled over and asked me if I wanted a job cutting wood. And I thought it would be like that TV show, Route 66. Hey, this is cool. I'm hitchhiking to Colorado. I was in Colorado. I'm hitchhiking to California and, like work my way across the country. And I said, yes. And then he shook my hand. And when he shook my hand, it was like going to the center of the atom, and like sparks come out of the corner of his eyes, and I recognized him. And I didn't tell him, I recognized him. I'm thinking to myself, you're Howard Hughes. Yeah, he had like the keys to the city. This was, Eagle, Colorado. I mean, he gave me the midnight tour of the sawmill. And I'm thinking, I hope I'm not in one of those movies. You know what kind of movies I'm talking about? No, I didn't find myself on a log, and the last thing I see is the big blade. No, but he gave me a midnight tour of the sawmill. He took me to Aspen, and we parked outside a bar. It was the Red Dog, and he says, don't go in the Red Dog. Yeah, I was a kid. I went in the Red Dog. He gave me $5 to buy some pot because, I was smoking hashish. It was some Turkish hashish. It kind of you could pinch off. You didn't have to use a knife to shave it. And he gave me $5 to buy a bag of pot. I didn't find anybody selling bags of pot, and I wasn't even asking, but that's like where the movie stars were or something. When I went out there, the car was gone. And so I'm thinking, I got to get back there to Eagle. I got my backpack there, and my grandfather's railroad watch is in that backpack. And so I started hitchhiking. And I got picked up by a limousine. And I rode in the back with this girl. I don't know what she was doing coming out of Aspen after the bars closed all by herself, but she picked me up. And I rode in the back with her, and she smoked my hash with me. And that's all we did. We just smoked. But then I got back to Eagle. I started walking up the mountain to where we were camped out. We were up in the wilderness. We were in the back country there. And he came driving up and gave me a ride the rest of the way. He said, you did a good job hitchhiking.